Hey, what's up, guys? My name is June, or some people call me Junie or Junie B. Doesn't really matter which one you call me, just as long as you call me. Alright, guys, I'm back with another story time, and this time it's about my 23rd birthday, my Jordan year, one of my best years. But before I start this story time, I just gotta ask, y'all like my little background light? I just got it, I took down my old bootleg lights, connected with the battery and all that stuff. But if you like the lights, let me know. Leave a comment below and all that. Alright, so my 23rd birthday was coming up, and I just had to do something special. Because it's my Jordan year. And plus, my birthday just so happened to land on a Friday. So I just had to do something special. It was just perfectly aligned. So I decided I'm gonna have me a little kickback at the crib. A little get together or whatever. So I sent out all the invites via text to all my family and friends. Like, party at my house. It was gonna go down. So I got my apartment all squeaky clean. Then I set the ambiance, the vibes by putting on some music. Then I got me some pizza. I got me some candy. I got me a birthday cake. And of course, I got me some bottles. Boy, I got me a bottle of that hen dog, that Hennessy, and me a small little bottle of some Crown Royal apple. And I got me some sparkling apple cider to mix it with. Don't this sound like a disaster already? But anyways, people start pulling up one by one or two by two or three by three. And since people start pulling up, I start pouring up. I was mixing that hen dog with that apple cider, and I was drinking that shit like it was juice. And I'm all like, hey, yo, pass that Crown Royal apple. I was drinking that John straight. Because you didn't even have to mix with anything. It was so sweet. Then we walked out on the balcony because all my homies had rolled up. It was like three of them Johns in rotation. And I was hitting them all. Back to back to back. Boy, I was smacked on the moon. And I don't know if it was the alcohol or that Smeed that put me in the autopilot, but I swear my brain was like,
Hey, fuck you, bitch. I'm out of here, bitch.
oh, damn. Bro, I was hugging on people, telling everybody I loved them. I remember at one point, one of my peoples pulled up, and I went downstairs to go get him. And I'm out in the street yelling, hey, yo, Pixie Sticks! I had ran up to him, and I'm like, what's up, Pixie Sticks? And my other cousin was in the background just laughing like, hey, yo, that girl is smacked. I had got back upstairs and I sat at the table right next to my homeboy, Gregory. And then I started grabbing on his face and stuff. I started smacking him. I'm like, Greg, Greg, you cool, man? Greg. And I started putting my finger in his nose. Greg was just like, June, could you stop? And then my homegirl was sitting on the left of me and she was on FaceTime with her sister. And when I seen her sister, I was like, oh my God. I immediately start gassing her, just telling her how beautiful she was, I think she liked me back or whatever, you know what I mean? Or it could have been that liquor talking. Then at one point, one of my cousins and his girl came, Levi and Tree Bark. Y'all remember them? If you don't, go back and watch my story called Pineapple Juice. Then you'll know. But yeah, Levi and Tree Bar walked in and the whole energy changed. Like the whole atmosphere just switched up. Hey, what the fuck happened to the music? Yeah, I don't know what it was, but the energy just switched up. Like something just felt off. Either way, me and Levi went on the balcony to smoke or whatever. And then we're just talking about how long his hair got because he had locks and stuff now. And then he starts saying, yeah, June, now my hair is longer than yours. And so I flicked his hair and I was like, yeah, now you're a bad bitch. And for some reason, that had made him mad. I guess because people was like laughing and stuff. I'm like, damn, like I was just playing. And like, plus, he had said way worse shit to me before. But yeah, he was kind of upset. He was like, June, you're acting weird. Like, you're acting weird now. You're acting different. And I don't know if that's the reason why he did that weird shit later on when we got in the house. But when we was in the house and I'm walking around, he was just like, hey, yo, June, do 3 push-ups. And my brother was like, no, don't do that. And before he could like stop me, I was already on the ground doing push-ups because I was so gone that, like I said, my brain was detached from my body. But yeah, I just went down and I did them, which was really surprising because I cannot do push-ups. That alcohol gave me superpowers. But yeah, my brother was pretty pissed off. Like he did not like it at all because he said that's what you do to a drunk person when you're trying to humiliate them. And I'm like, oh, well, that would explain some things. I'm not saying that that's what his intention was or not, but all because I called you a bad bitch? Lame. But yeah, back to the party. Man, I was so blurred out that I was in the living room 1 second. Next thing you know, I was in the kitchen standing in a circle next to my homeboy Gregory and his homeboy G. And G was just talking to me, talking about, man, I feel so bad that I didn't bring anything to your party. Like, I didn't buy you anything for your birthday. And I could, like, feel the sadness coming off of him. And I just put my hand on his shoulder and I'm just like, it's okay, man. I'm just glad that you're here. And then his face lit up. He got happy. And in my head, I'm just like, good, because I'm not trying to hear that sad shit when I'm drunk. But yeah, next thing you know, I remember I was sitting at the table and Tree Bark was talking about how she could speak Spanish fluently, right? And so then I asked Levi, I was just like, oh, Levi, like, do you know how to speak Spanish? And he was all like, nah, I don't know how to speak Spanish. I'm like, dang, not even a lick. I'm like, how you dating somebody that speaks Spanish fluently, but you don't know how to speak Spanish? You should be ashamed of yourself. And as I was sitting there at the table, Tree Bark was all like, you're really weird, June. And I'm just like, what? And my brother was like, what the fuck? And we're all just like looking like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Right? And then Tree Bark was just like, yeah, you're really weird, June. She was like, you don't even like me. And I looked at her, I'm just like, if you feel that way, why did you come? Silence. Like, bruh, she did not have to come, but she did. Then go try to start some drama on my birthday? Like, bruh, either have a good time or kick rocks, bitch. So yeah, not too long after that, Levi and Tree Bark decided to leave. And as they were leaving, Levi, he hugged everybody and dapped up everybody to tell them goodbye. And then Tree Bark was just walking by. She was like, I'm not hugging nobody because I'm not fake like him. It's like, yo, what the fuck just happened? All this tension and animosity. I was about to start singing Black Eyed Peas because people got me questioning, where is the love? But after they left, we just kept on partying like can't stop, won't stop. Make me another drink. Then something weird happened. I was sitting at the table and I must have been making some type of gag emotion because my fam Sticks was all like, do you gotta throw up? And I was sitting there, I nodded my head like, yeah. And everybody was like, yo, go to the bathroom. See, the thing was, in my mind, it's like I knew I had to throw up, but then at the same time, it's like my body just wasn't functioning properly. Because again, my brain was like disconnected from my body. But yeah, I got up and then I walked to the bathroom, closed the door, and then I just looked down at the toilet all confused, like, what am I supposed to do now? So I just sat there on the bathroom floor. Next thing you know, I just start throwing up all over myself. Like it was just pouring out on me, just and I was just letting it happen. Like I couldn't fucking move. Next thing you know, my sister came in the bathroom and she seen I was just throwing up all over myself. And she's like, yo, go to the toilet. And after that, I went to the toilet and continued to throw up because I couldn't function unless she told me to. That's how fucked up I was. After that, my sister started taking off my shirt because it had throw up all over it. Next thing you know, my homegirl came in the bathroom like to check on stuff, and she was like, "Oh, do you need help like to take off her clothes and we could like put her in the shower?" And that sobered me up a little bit because I'm all like, "Hell no, don't take off my clothes." After my sister took off my shirt, I'm just like, "Hey, yo, just leave me here." And I just laid on the bathroom floor and started to go to sleep. My sister went back out to where the party was and just started kicking people out because I was out of commission. Next thing you know, I hear my homeboy Greg knocking on the door asking could he use the bathroom. And I start yelling at her, talk about, go outside. And I just lay back on the floor and start going to sleep. Eventually, I got up and I actually got into my bed and went to sleep. And then the next morning, I went to the living room, and Amber and Greg was still there, sleeping on my couch. They had spent the night. So I sat in the living room and just started talking to them and stuff. And I had one of my couch pillows in my hand, and I smelt it, and it smelled like that Smeed. And it just made me want to throw up. And I ran to the bathroom and just started. Bleh. Your girl had alcohol poisoning. No lie, it was bad. Nothing would stay down. I was literally throwing up everything, even the acid in my stomach. And after the acid was gone, I was just gagging, trying to throw up air. Yeah, good times. But yeah, even though there were some ups and downs on my birthday, I definitely enjoyed the ride. And now I know not to drink like that ever again because, I like when my mind and my body is connected. Plus, I don't like the fact that I was feeling on some dude's biceps that night that I didn't even know. But yeah, that was my story time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a like, comment on it, ask some questions if you want to, and subscribe if you don't already got a subscription. So then you could tune in next time for my story time. That's coming very, very soon. Peace, loves.